Hey y'all, this is going to be audio only because I am laying in bed trying to relax. First of all, excuse me. First of all, I want to apologize to y'all because I said I was going to do this, talk to you about this condition that happened to a guy named Dan Becker, Becker, Dan Becker. And he and his friend decided that they were going to um, tackle hiking the Grand Canyon in the winter. In the winter, okay? They had snowshoes and the proper clothes and all of that. But Dan ended up having a very serious medical condition, and we will talk about that in a minute. And the reason why I'm going into this story is because I have said this a couple of times, probably numerous times, that if you are with the wrong person and you have a medical condition, you are going to be on your own. It could be life-threatening. It does not matter if you are with a toxic person or a narcissist, for example. You're going to have to tackle your illness by yourself. And if you're not in a position to do it, you're not going to survive if it's a potentially very dangerous situation. If you're not with the right person, you're probably going to die. I would hate to think of all the people that lost their lives because they were with people who did not give a damn, and the authorities are not going to find out that that person is a narcissist because they're not going to say, well, yeah, I knew that they were extremely ill, but I just kept reading my magazine. They ain't going to tell that part of the story. They're going to lie, probably, and say, I don't know what happened, and I just called you guys right away, which is a lie, too. They didn't. You're going to have to call for yourself, or hopefully someone else with you is going to give a damn about you. You cannot go on vacations with these people. You cannot put yourself in potentially serious danger because if you're with the wrong person, they don't give a damn about your life. All they care about is their funky life and they don't really care about yours. So you have to be this story is going to be an example of how a person is supposed to react when you're having a serious issue. Pardon me yawning, I'm tired. Okay, so anyway, Dan Becker is his name, and he and his friends and the camera people obviously were trying to hike this Grand Canyon and different parts of it and the whole bit. And anyway, Dan started having chest pain, and progressively the chest pain got worse and worse and worse and worse. And one thing that he talks about, I'll try to remember to link the video so it'd be easier for y'all so you could actually watch it. Um, One thing a hiker doesn't want to do is give their backpack to another hiker because that's basically admitting that you cannot complete the hike. And so he ended up doing that, and he ended up bawling his eyes out because he didn't want to admit failure. It's not admitting failure, it's doing what's the right thing for your body. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up they struggled to get where they're supposed to go. And they finally decided to go ahead and camp for the night, and Dan was getting worse and he was yelling out in pain. He said this is the worst pain of his life. So basically, I don't want to, well, I don't want to, do a spoiler alert and tell you what was wrong with him. But I will let you watch it and you'll see for yourself. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Jeez, jeez Louise. Anyway, he had a potentially fatal illness. And there are a couple of people on YouTube who pronounced it incorrectly, and it drives me crazy. I'm so OCD about some things, not many things, but some things, and please don't mispronounce it. do that, especially if you're teaching other people. You have a higher responsibility to know how to say it correctly. Doctors say it one way, and people on YouTube who have experienced it pronounce it a completely different way. I follow the way the doctor pronounces it, okay? Um, anyway, he had a life-threatening illness. So, oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I can't help it. I can't help it. Anyway, his friend did the right thing. He's yelling out in pain. His friend did the right thing and got him help. He called for help. The ranger came, and they got him to a facility where he can receive the proper care to save his life. Because if you do not get treatment for this, you will die. Thank God for his friend. Thank God his friend is not a narcissistic, toxic monster. He wasn't going to sit there and say, think to himself, why is he still breathing? Why do I have to listen to his whining all night? Because that is the reaction of narcissists. They don't care. And some of them are so dead inside that they're not even going to fake it around other people because that's how dead they are. They're like a corpse walking around. They have feelings for themselves, and they've got an obsession for what they want, but they're dead when it comes to other people. And your illness is an inconvenience for me, okay? And like I told you before, for people who've heard it, y'all go ahead and get yourself a drink and a snack so you don't have to hear it again. But for those of you who have not heard it, I was with a malignant narcissist, and at one point, and thank you, Jesus, I'm no longer with him. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I'm no longer with him. It wasn't a relationship, it was a manipulationship because everybody he gets involved with, he is using for his own personal gain. Anyway, long story short, I had a heat-related illness in the park, and he was so detached from my condition. My condition could have easily escalated to, I had heat exhaustion. I had heat exhaustion before, so I recognized the symptoms. Heat exhaustion, if not treated, gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And then you go into heat stroke, which is a medical emergency. If you do not get treated for heat stroke, you're going to die. It is a medical emergency. So heat stroke is one step away. Heat exhaustion is one step away from heat stroke. And this sumbitch didn't care. That cold-blooded, narcissistic monster did not care. Kept asking me, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? In other words, am I ready to leave the park yet? When in reality, I was nauseous. I was probably white in the face, pale, and trying really hard not to puke, and my body was so hot. I thought about getting in the creek with my clothes on to cool my body off as quick as possible. He didn't give a rat's ass. I had to deal with it 1000% by myself. I had to deal with it alone. I don't want that for you. I never, ever, ever want you to be in a situation where you have a medical emergency and the snake that you're with doesn't care. So you have to, don't be taking vacations with people. Watch them closely in all situations. If they're fake, if they're toxic, that nice person that you meet in the beginning, which is their representative, that is not who they are. That is not who they are. There's a couple of weaknesses that they have. One, they have an obsession with money. Some of them also have an obsession with materialistic things because they cannot connect to people on an emotional level. So they connect with their house, their car, their job, their whatever they own, okay? They connect with inanimate objects, all right? But You got to watch these people. One of their biggest weaknesses is their obsession with money, their obsession with their materialistic things, and they're just they can't connect to you emotionally, so they cannot help you when you're having a crisis. They lack the emotional maturity, they lack empathy, they lack concern. But over time, when you know you're getting to know somebody, you will see the mask fall. They cannot help. That's a weakness that they have. They reveal who they are. They reveal how evil they are, how cold-blooded they are, how they just don't care about anyone but themselves. Listen to what they say, watch what they do. Watch what they do more than what they say, because they could tell you fluffy words, but watch their behavior. Watch, God forbid you have a crisis, watch how they behave. And I'm talking consistently through time, not after a month or two or three. Watch them over time, because they cannot help themselves. They will reveal who they really, really, really are. That's why they speed up the relationship, in some cases, speed up engagement, speed up getting married. Let's hurry up and get married. Let's hurry up and move in together. Let's hurry up and have a baby, because they're trying to speed the clock, they're racing the clock, because they know that they're weak, and they know that they're going to reveal who they are, and they're hoping it's too late for you because you're in too deep. Watch who you go on vacations with. Watch who you spend time with. Watch how they react when you have issues, physical issues, because that is who they truly are. I also told you about a lady, I'm going to make this quick, a lady who's a nurse, and one of her patients is a bodybuilder. So he's got a lot of power, right? If he hits you, you're going to know about it, right? Well, he hit her real hard in her face. One of her patients did. And he's, like I said, he's a bodybuilder. She had a severe concussion. She had post-concussion syndrome afterwards. And her husband was unfazed, baby. 1000% unfazed. Why? Because he's a narcissist. And I hope to God she divorces his ass. Because if you're going to deal with it alone, guess what? You need to be alone. Because you're alone anyway. So much love to you all. And I will try to remember to link the video of him and his, whatever happened with him. And I think he mispronounces the word too, his diagnosis. He mispronounces it too. Yeah. But anyway, uh, y'all take care, and much love. And I will put the correct pronunciation in the description bar, so y'all know how to. A lot of people say it wrong, and I don't know why, but they do. I'm a geek, so I actually looked up how to pronounce it correctly, and I've also watched videos of doctors talking about it, and they pronounce it the correct way. So, yeah, I'll put the proper pronunciation in the description bar. Okay, you guys, much love. Bye.